I'm revisiting Twister because I miss him and because we've done something to his elbow I'll tell you about. Twister's 15 years old. Wow. I'm coming in there, buddy. I'm coming in there. I'm gonna put these treats in the shade. So, okay. Twister, my boy. Twister, my boy. Let's find a shady spot with you two. It's too hot to be in the sun. This is the hottest day of the year for us. Yes. Oh, I'm tripping over rocks that are in place. That's twice. Twister. Okay. Where's your pool? First thing I'm going to complain about, where's your pool? I thought maybe I wouldn't have to reach for my phone. Ay, ay, ay. Always something. Always something, my boy. Twister's 15.
Grab that. Hello?
Yeah, where is Twister's pool?
Twister can't have a pool because he has a rat.
Because of what?
Because of his rat.
Oh, the wrap.
Can't get wet. Can't get wet.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. So what he said was Twister cannot have a pool because of his wrap. That's what I'm going to explain is the wrap. Twister has been living on the streets in Mexico until the illegals grabbed him and took him across pretending that he was their family dog. And Twister, as a puppy on the streets, we can tell by his wound, he got run over and his left leg is broken, his elbow was broken. And all these years he's lived in pain. And people say, well, after the last video, you know, what can you do for him? Well, he's on pain meds, but here's the other thing. We've been to orthopedic surgeons, and the only thing we can do is amputate his leg, and that's not fair. You know, it's too much to put him through. He is 15. Twister's been here for 4 years, so he came here when he was 11. He was already too old to do anything. Imagine taking his leg off. No. So what we decided to do was to wrap him. It'll help support his elbow and relieve the pain. He's on pain meds too. So we have to change his wrap every 5-6 days. And he's happy, he's getting along fine, but he cannot have a swimming pool, a wading pool. Doug's not going to swim in that little thing. But he cannot have a pool because he'll wet the wrap and then it'll have to come off. Anytime it gets wet, it has to come off. So if we're in the rainy season, that's a little problem because he'll have to come in the heavy rain because his wrap will get so wet. But he's happy otherwise. What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh, look at him. He found a cool spot. He found a cool spot. No, stay there. I'll bring it to you. You don't have to get up. You don't have to get up. You are a guest. The guests here do not have to do anything. You understand? You are the guest. This is the Hilton for dogs. Doggy Hilton. Wasn't there a Hanoi Hilton in Vietnam? There was something called the Hanoi Hilton. I don't know what it might have been, a whorehouse, but it was called the Hanoi Hilton. But this is Doggy Hilton. And I read this that I imagine is true. The Hilton executives at one hotel were having a meeting upstairs, all the suits. Came down in the elevator and the head honcho there followed by his suits saw a woman and a guy and 3 kids coming in the door with their luggage, and he ordered all the suits to go Go pick up their luggage. And so they took all the luggage, the guys in suits, the executives took the luggage up to the counter and helped them check in. And then after it was over, he said, you have to know who pays your check. It's the customers. Those are the guests. So everybody here has to take care of those people when they come in the door. They're going to take care of them, give them the royal treatment. You work for them. You work for them. So I tell the people here the same thing. I tell them that these are the guests. You work for them. I'm the shop steward. Anybody in the union knows what that is. I'm the shop steward. If the guests have a complaint, they're going to come to me. And I'm going to go get the staff and I'm going to ream them one because they're complaining. The guests, everything's for the convenience of the guests, not the staff. Well, it would be easier if we did that. Yeah, but you're not going to be easier to do this. You're going to do it this way because this is the best for the guests. And you are the majesty guest. You are 15 years old. You're one of the majesties. And he's been living like this his whole life. He just thinks this is part of it. Look at this. Good boy, Twister. Been the best 4 years of his life. It's how they end. I always say it's how they end. It's how they end. You know, if you get them to forget all the bad stuff that happened, and they're all angels, and before they cross over, you want them to go back with a good memory, and you want them to say, you know, that was a rough trip, but I really was well loved and cared for at Delta Rescue at the sanctuary. You're a beautiful boy. See, that's why there's so many dogs. This is Mexico. There's so many dogs around the world, not just Mexico. And they're street dogs. And they just live on the street, and they're born in the street, and they die on the street. Litters don't make it. They have mange, and they just are in bad shape everywhere. So people treat them like vermin. People have no idea who they are. So my whole mission here, my whole mission for this channel is to show people who they are. These dogs were not going to make it. And he's a perfect example of a street dog. Spent his 11 years on the street with that injury. And the people can see who they are, and that they are the angels that I'm telling you they are. You'll have a religion, mostly, and if you go into your good book, whatever the heck it is, somewhere in there is going to be mention of angels, and angels having come down, and angels helping you, and angels. In some religions, you have your own personal angel. Well, I'm telling you, these are them. They came down to help some idiot, and that idiot threw them away. They discarded an angel. So if people could see this around the world, well, how do we get the message out around the world? We're doing this in our sanctuary. It's the largest in the world. That's the reason it's the largest in the world. It's the only one in the world. That's really why it's the largest. It's huge too, but it's the only one. It's the only Care for Life sanctuary. So if you look at the rest of the world, how are we going to get the message to them? Well, we have to take these shows that you're watching right now and translate them into foreign languages so that those people who speak that language can learn from us what we do here and learn by example that these are angels. And they should treat their animals that they see that are living on the street. They should do whatever they can to help them, bring them home. Help one, you know. So if we can get the message out, well, how do you get the message out to 35 languages so far? Well, I should say, how do you get the message out? YouTube offers 35 languages to dub your show. They'll dub the show into 35 languages. And you'll see Chinese coming out of these lips. And, you know, it's an amazing thing. But before you could do that, it costs money. you have to have a big enough audience, and people monetize their shows. We can't, but we can ask for donations. So if people see the shows and donate because they saw the show, if we get a big enough audience and we got donations coming in, we can spend that money on making this, dubbing this into foreign languages and showing people who Twister is and what Twister went through. Now there's going to be some people that, for the sake of clarity, there are going to be some people that say, what are you talking about? The illegals took them across the border. Well, we have a situation in this country where we have a border with Mexico. People from all over the world come into Mexico and cross our border into our country illegally. And yeah, in a lot of countries, you can't believe this happens because you have guys with machine guns at the border. And you have to have passports and you have to have all kinds of paperwork to get in. Well, here is the same thing here, except during the last administration, Biden, whoever was in charge, let all these people in addition to who was already here. So we had, they don't know, they're guessing 25 million altogether, but there's at least 12 million came in the last 4 years from all over the world, all kinds of people. And along the way, to get across the border in the beginning, they would pretend to be family groups because they get treated differently if they're a family group. So they come with a dog. They pick up a dog in Mexico on the way and they bring them across the border. When they get to the border, which is a desert, they let the dog go, and the dog doesn't have any food or water, and they die. Well, some Border Patrol agents, some ICE agents, our customs people, care about animals, and they do what they can to help them. They give them water, they give them food, and every so often they fall in love with one and they take them and try to get them a home. And sometime they do that and they ran out of homes. So we have a little network where we would take them. It's small, it's not many, but we would take them from Border Patrol or ICE, and knowing their backstory, we saved their lives. They saved, the agents saved their lives. Homeland Security saved their lives. And I gave them the chance to live out their life in a way they never had. So that's what's going on. And when I talk about the border, I mean the southern border of the United States bordering Mexico, where people are storming the border and we're allowed in. Now with President Trump, it stopped. Trump is gonna give us our sovereign country back, but he's got to get the illegals out of the country that came in during the last administration. All of these millions and millions that came in. So that's when you hear us talking, when you hear me talking about the border and illegals, that's what I'm talking about. Your country may not even know what an illegal is. And if you live on one of the South Sea Islands, you're pretty safe. They're not going to swim the Pacific to get there. Hey, Twister, what's going on with you? Oh, muddy? Oh, you're muddy. Well, you're getting wet anyway. You're getting wet anyway. What's the big deal? I'll fix this. Okay. You just put a new wrap on Twister yesterday, right?
This morning.
This morning.
Right before filming.
Okay. It's all wet and full of mud. All right. And you know why? Because his bucket is in the corner where there's a pit that these people dump the bucket and create a pit. And what do you call it that the pigs have there? They create that by dumping the thing. So instead of dumping the water maybe somewhere else, maybe outside or whatever, and then they put the bucket back into the pit with the water in it, into the little, what do you call it? The pigs, I'm drawing a blank here. The pigs, we built, what is it?
Isn't it a moat? I think, isn't it a moat?
No. The pigs,
yeah, like where they lay in the water.
Yeah. There's something. No, it's not a moat. It's not a moat. No, it has a word, and I can't think of the damn word. Anyway, that's what he's got, and that's why he's all muddy and wet. So instead of putting the bucket on dry land, they put it in the mud. All right. So bring them in, give them a lecture, Tell them the picture, and then after I leave here today, have them come over here and find a better place for the bucket where it's in the shade. Right now it's in the sun because it's in the corner. So I tell you what's happening here. It's convenient for them, which is the enemy of this place is convenience for the staff. They put it where they can put a hose from outside the yard and not have to come in. All right, so that's what they do. They put it in the corner where they can reach it with the hose from outside. So you let Cleo know, especially because I've got her watching out for this sort of thing. Let her know that this is not the way to do it. And if you look at where the shade is, that's where the water should be. Not against the fence because it's easy for the staff to fill the water. It's about the animals, not the staff. Do your job. God damn it, we're paying you a fortune. All right.
I will take care of it.
All right, thanks. You see, I was just Mr. Hilton. I was just Mr. Hilton. You deserve better than this. The whole point is we're keeping his arm dry so he doesn't have a pool because his wrap has to stay dry. And his big bucket of water gets dumped over there and there's mud. And so he likes it because it's cool. He lays down in it. Look at that boy. He knows the treats are there. He knows they're there, and he's a gentleman. He's not going to try to make a run for the bag. No, he's not. He's a good boy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Help yourself. Did you help yourself? Did you get one? Did you get one? These are sticky. Oh, you've had too many. It says 4 3/4, and you're not even 100 pounds. You're not even 100 pounds. You can't have. You're not even 100 pounds. Now, before we started doing this show, I took my camera and I did a little video of Amber and Twister. Twister was the first. And I did a rant on him because he had just come in and I saw what happened to him. If we find that, it's out there somewhere. We'll put it on Flashback Fridays. I put little videos on Flashback Fridays showing things that are not the show that we're doing, but they're other videos that we've had in the last 40 years. 40. So if I find his, I'll put it up there. And it just come in. They just shock you sometime that this poor guy lived like this his whole life. It's okay, you're gonna get a new wrap. You're gonna get a new wrap tomorrow. You can stay in the mud. I'm gonna leave him in the mud. I'll give him one more treat so he doesn't try to follow me. And he'll try to follow me anyway. Oh boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. Yes, yes. Well, we finally got a heat wave. Oh, look at you. Look at you.